What's up, clubbers? GM. In today's video, what we're going to understand is how do we accept an ERC20 token to mint another ERC721 token. The request for this kind of video keeps coming on and off from my Discord server, so that is why I'm going to make a video on this. We are going to generate two smart contracts, one ERC20 and one 721, and using the ERC20 token we are going to generate an NFT from the ERC721 smart contract. This is going to be fairly technical, so I'm just going to cover the basics of it, as in how it works, how the Solidity code is supposed to look like. We will not be writing any Web3.js or JavaScript for that matter in this video, so if you're looking for that, please leave a comment and I will make sure I create a video on that. But before we get started, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you're new. If you have any question or want me to read a message, please leave it in the comment. Or if you have a specific question, hop onto my Discord server. There are a bunch of other developers just like you and me who help each other out. And sometimes I also try to chime in here and there. Of course, the link is in the description down below. Alright, with that said, let's get started. So basically these are the things that we will need to do to sort of accept an ERC20 token to mint an NFT. The first thing that we will do is generate an ERC20 token smart contract. The next thing that we will do is generate an ERC721 NFT smart contract. After that, in the 721 smart contract, what we will do is create a functionality to deduct ERC20 tokens from the user and in exchange give them an NFT. To do that, we need to basically approve the 721 smart contract as an operator on behalf of the user so that the smart contract can deduct the funds from the user's balance. And the last thing that we will add is the withdraw method in the 721 smart contract so that we can withdraw the ERC20 token that was used to mint an NFT. Alright, so I've opened wizard.openzeppelin.com and I'm generating an ERC20 smart contract. The pre-mint that I've added is basically 10,000, which means that when the smart contract is deployed, the owner of the smart contract will receive 10,000 of these tokens, with the decimal being, I guess, 18. I don't think I need to change anything else over here, so next thing that I can do is click open in Remix. Now the reason that I'm not doing anything to the ERC20 token, I'm just using a very bare bones smart contract, is because I'm only interested in using the methods from the ERC20 token which are available in every ERC20 token, which is why I don't really need anything else. The only thing that I needed was minting some tokens to myself so that I can actually spend them to get an NFT. Alright, let me just increase the font size. Great, so we have the code ready. We can go ahead and compile this thing, and once compiled I can go here and select my token, this one, and just click on deploy. So when I do that, what happens is my own account, the 5B3 ending with ED account, it has a balance of, let me just paste my address here, the balance of 10,000 into 10 to the power 18, because the decimals returns 18. So basically I have created an ERC20 token and given myself 10,000 of those tokens for deploying that contract. The next thing that I'm going to do is go to the Open Zeppelin wizard again, select the ERC721, write my NFT over here, and then just make it a mintable NFT which increments the ID. Alright, and I don't think I need anything else for this specific example, so I'm just going to copy to clipboard. I'm going to go back to the remix and I'm going to create another file and call it mynft.sol. Now here I'm going to paste the code that I had copied from the Open Zeppelin wizard. So this is the method that is called to mint an NFT. In this video I don't want to get into the depths of what can and cannot be done. I'm just going to assume that you know other things and we're just going to focus on accepting the ERC20 token. So the first thing that we need to do is basically have an address available, which will be the address of the ERC20 token, so that our contract knows this is the smart contract from which I need to get the ERC20 tokens. So for that, let's just create a new address which will be public. Call it token address, and I'm going to accept this token address in the constructor argument and assign the value over here. So now when we are deploying this smart contract, we need to provide the token address over here, which we will get from here. This is the address. We can just press the copy and find out the address, which is this. Great. The next thing that we need to do is make sure that the only owner thing is not present over here. We don't want that only the owner can mint this token. Now if you remove the only owner thing, you will see that contract doesn't do anything else. It just goes ahead and mints whatever we want to mint. So what we can do is let's just modify the smart contract a bit. Let me remove the 2 value and let us assume that we will only mint 1. If you want to mint more than 1, you can sort of accept the amount over here in this method and then multiply that amount by the rate with which you mint the tokens and then deduct that much amount. And when I remove the 2, I also need to remove 2 from here and change it with msg.sender so that the user who's sending the transaction will get the NFT. Now let us quickly open the token standard, the EIP, the ERC20, go through the methods. The methods that we are looking for are called transfer or transfer from actually, and the approve. These are the 2 methods that helps us with this whole thing. So the approve method, what it does is the user needs to call the approve method on the ERC20 smart contract, and then the user needs to approve the spender, which will be the ERC721 smart contract, with a specific value so that the smart contract can deduct that amount of value from the user. And then the smart contract will basically deduct it by calling the transfer from method, and in the transfer from they will send the underscore from, which will be the address of the user. The underscore 2 will be the address of the smart contract, and the last one will be the amount of tokens that we need to deduct. So at this point what I can do is go here and call token address dot transfer from, and then the from the value will be message dot sender. The 2 will be address of this, and the value will be, let's say, whatever rate that we decide. So we can decide a rate which will be a public value, and let's say this is 100 tokens. All right, so this is 100 into 10 to the power 18, which is 100 tokens. Why 10 to the power 18? Because there's no concept of decimals in Solidity, so everything is an integer. So what we assume is the last 18 digits are after the decimal, and the digits before the last 18 digits, right, these are before the decimal. So if we multiply 100 into 10 to the power 18, which means 100 dot 18 times zeros. All right, and so we can put the rate over here. Now if I had an amount as well, I could have just multiplied the rate with that amount. Great, and I can add a semicolon, and that's it. This should work. The only problem is that the address type does not have the method transfer from. So what we need is an interface from the ERC20. All right, so to do that, what I can do is import another thing called ERC20, and then I can just add I over here and just add ERC20. So what I'm importing is OpenZeppelin contracts token ERC20 IERC20.sol. I stands for interface, and once I'm importing that, I can change this to IERC20. all right, and also this to IERC20 like this. So this basically means typecast this value into an IERC20 variable type. All right, and this is the variable type that we have given to token address. All right, so this should compile without any problem. All right, compilation was successful. So the next thing that we need to do is copy the smart contract, the ERC20 smart contracts address, and we need to select the my NFT over here and paste the address of our ERC20 over here. Let me just show this. All right, and then once we have added that value, we click on deploy. The deployment has succeeded. Great. So let me just go ahead and try to mint mint a token. Alright, so if I click on safe mint, I will get an error. The error says ERC20 insufficient allowance, which means for my specific address, the allowed value for this specific NFT smart contract was 0, or actually less than what is being asked for over here. So what we are going to do is copy the smart contract's address and go to my token, which is the ERC20 token. Now there is a method called approve. Let me just open that, and in the approve method I'm going to enter the value of the smart contract, the NFT smart contract, as the spender, and in the amount value what I want to put is at least 100 into 10 to the power 18. So if I open up node and find out this value, this is what the value looks like. So I'm just going to copy and paste it over here. Now just for explanation, what I'm going to do is remove 10. Alright, and I've done that. Now let me click transact. The transaction has succeeded. Let me just copy my own address and check my current balance. So the balance has not changed. Alright, and if I check the allowance for myself and the spender being the NFT smart contract, the value will be 10 into 10 to the power 18. Alright, why 10? Because I've removed 10. Now if I go and try to mint again, this time again I'm going to get an error, and the error is insufficient allowance because I've only allowed 10 into 10 to the power 18. So now this time what I'm going to do is add another 0 to the approve method, and if I click allowance again, it gets 100 into 10 to the power 18. Alright, now this time what I'm going to do is click on safe mint, and this time actually before that let me get the balance of my own address. The NFTs I own is 0. So the next thing that I'm going to do is click on safe mint, and as soon as I click on the safe mint, I should get one NFT, and 100 into 10 to the power 18 tokens should be removed from my wallet. So let me click on safe mint, and the transaction has gone through. Now if I click on balance off, the value has changed. So I have received one of my NFT. Now let me see what is my balance over here, and if I click on this, it has turned into 9,900. Yeah, it was 10,000 earlier. Great. So this is how you mint an NFT using an ERC20 token, by transacting through an ERC20 token. Now the problem is, if I check the balance of the NFT smart contract, the value will be 100 into 10 to the power 18, but there is no way for me to withdraw this value. So now we are going to basically add the functionality to withdraw that, and then go through this again. So for withdrawing, what we can do is call a withdraw token method, which will be public, but only owner can call it. And here what we'll do is we'll do token address dot transfer. This time we will not call transfer from, we will call transfer, because we are transferring the tokens that were present in this smart contract. And if you open the ERC20 guidelines, the standard, the transfer function has a to value and a value. Alright, the amount of tokens that we want to transfer. So to do that, what I'm going to do is, it will be to message dot sender, or it can be owner as well, and the value, the amount of tokens that we want to send will be token address dot balance of address of this. All right, so the code that we have over here looks like token address dot transfer message dot sender, and the amount of tokens will be the balance of this smart contract. Okay, so let me just compile it again. It compiled perfectly. Let me just remove the old smart contract and then generate another one. For that I need the my token address. Click on deploy. Deployment succeeds, and we have our smart contract deployed over here. Alright, so now this time if I try to mint through safe mint, this will give me an error because I have not approved this smart contract to spend any money. Alright, so I'm going to click over here, click on approve, and click on transact. So now I've approved, and now I click on safe mint. It works again you can actually just copy the value and check that the balance of my token, my address will be 1 for the NFT smart contract. Alright, now that I have received some tokens and I click over here and select the balance of, it will show that I have 100 tokens for the NFT smart contract, and for my own account it will be 9800. all right. So now what I want to do is withdraw all of these tokens to my own address. So I click on withdraw token as the owner of this smart contract. Once the transaction goes through, I can click on balance of again, and this time the value has changed to 9900, which means we have withdrawn the token that was present in our NFT smart contract. So there we go. This is a very simple way of minting NFTs using ERC20 token. Now in our case we have generated our tokens, but what you can do is you can have an NFT smart contract which is minted via, let's say, USDC or DAI or whatever other token that you want to use, or even your own token. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was useful. If it was, let me know in the comments. Jump into my Discord server. Let me know how I did. If you have any questions, ask the community over there. People are really very helpful, and sometimes I also try to chime in, so there's that. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new here and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It really keeps me motivated to make these videos on a continuous basis. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you stay in the community, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye.